like directly plugged in, but even these Bluetooth ones won't work. It says that they're not set up for the 3D modeling that the PlayStation has a thing that you can go through and set up like 3D hearing so that for echolocation and stuff. And I'm like, there's no way these headphones are not optimized for that. That's like literally what they're for. And the music does sound so much better in these than the Arctis, but they just, they're getting a little old now. I've had them for a while, and the batteries are wearing low, so I don't get a full stream out of them. But anyway, yeah, like I said, my weekend, it was good, but it was a total disaster. A complete and total disaster. Like, you guys will notice, Sukhoi, thank you, man. Again, not only did we, all right, so there's still an extra alert, but look at that, no skipping. Got rid of the double alerts, AO. Nice, nice. Okay, Bubba. Can't thank you enough, buddy, I appreciate that. You know we'll be passing it your way, too. That is another cool thing about Twitch, right? You'll notice once you... Hey, Leo, what's up, buddy? Oh, man. I'm close to getting Jedi Knight revving now. Got some work in on my Star Wars this weekend. Adamist, what's up? Good day, everybody. What's up? Happy Monday. How are y'all doing? Yeah, like I said, total disaster this weekend. And I still will. It's just going to take longer now. Everything I ordered, I had like 4 or 5 things that I ordered. And I honestly, I've typically had pretty good luck with Amazon. This is the first time in a couple years that I've had any real issues. Everything I ordered, every single item either came damaged, the completely wrong item, or one of them still hasn't showed up. I just finally, it was supposed to be overnight, supposed to be here the next day. It's still not here. That was on Friday. I finally canceled it. The store said, forget it. And the crazy thing is, right, that particular item, I was watching it, and sometimes it'll show you like where they are. The guy, it says 6 stops away. I'm watching him go 8 stops, 7 stops, 6 stops, and it just... Since then, that guy just went to Narnia. He just decided, I'm done with this. Probably took a car full of shit and never went back to work. I don't know. He just disappeared. I literally could have walked to where he was and just picked my shit up. He was like not even a block away. I could have just walked over there and been like, oh, thanks, man. Been done with this whole fiasco. Oh, man, craziness. So, yeah, I've never had issues with Amazon like that. So, and the sad thing is when that stuff happens, they get your money when you buy something, and you've got to wait all that time as it ships and does everything. And then when there's an issue, it's not like you got to wait for it to go all the way. It's like, dude, they just have you in a corner the whole time. I hate that. I don't know how we became so okay with this, system that we've gotten ourselves into. It's crazy. But great to see you guys. Other than that, we're awesome. So I just feel like I kind of wasted this weekend, that's all. Didn't get a lot done other than some other minor stuff, which kind of sucks. Quamir in a couple hours. Why does that not ring in a bell? Oh, yeah, Quamir, the new guy. Yeah. I do like him. Out of all the Acolyte, he at least did an okay job. The acting wasn't totally terrible. He was able to pull off a couple characters. His dark side character was, to me, believable because he was more of out of frustration, a lot like REVEN'S was. And then he had some tricks up his sleeve. Not only in ability but also in tinkering, and having that different lightsaber and then the metals that he was able to use. I liked him. He was at least one of the few bright spots, but then it still That show definitely could have been a lot better for sure. But who doesn't love a lightsaber battle? I bet he will be. I bet he will be. You would think that they would hook him up just because he was so kind of cool in that show. And he is one of the few. Here, top out. Still getting the kind of focus down on it. It's probably better in this one. Yeah, I ate the full size one now. Yeah, that's way better. That helmet is sick. Anyway, yeah, he'll be badass. And I almost, well, I won't, but I got a hourly like deal for Malgus. It's like, ooh. I have to dig him out. I've got Malgus and Malgus. I'm gonna redo the second shelf here in the next couple of days, and I'm gonna do it with all the Old Republic guys that are put away currently. But yeah, this one's cool because it came with the cloth cloak that he wears, which usually they're plastic. This one's cloth. Yeah, surprisingly, I don't have many of these small ones like this, not many. But I did grab him, and I have a prototype Boba Fett. It's not very old or anything, but it's one of the ones that they print that's in like multicolors just to make sure that all the pieces come out right and stuff. That one is really cool that I have. And surprisingly, these ones are sometimes worth more than the bigger ones, which is why I kind of grabbed that one. He'll out of all the whole group, he'll probably be the one that's worth something in the long run. People sleep on the action figure market, yo. I'm making some dough right now selling all this stuff. I had a feeling when it was getting bad, I was like, well, at least I'll be able to cash some of this in at some point. Thank goodness I wasn't completely kidding myself. All right, let's get to some fly, fly, kill, kill, huh? Look how sweet that Gale's badge is now that we're stepping it up in squad battles. Good job, guys. I'm pretty sure the new season starts today. So we'll be at tippity top tier. All right. Now we're in pursuit of the mark today, but we're not super focused on it. I'm more focused on getting my Blue Angel skin for this plane. I want to say I'm at 470 or something like that. Let's take a quick peek. 468. So I would like to get into the 500s before I stop flying this plane, but that's probably going to be impossible today. So let's go see. Let's see how it is. There's 139,000 people on. Before I start real quick, there was an update that came out a little bit ago from Gaijin, so let's double check that. It was just something about a new plane, I think. Just stuff with the update. ME 210 the Hornet Storm, a V-22 Premium for Japan at rank 3. Strong frontal armament, bomb loadouts, remote-controlled heavy turrets, poor flight stability. So get in there and take a look at that. Interesting. That is kind of an interesting bring-in, especially for Japan. But, well, especially with remote-controlled heavy turrets, that might be interesting. That might be interesting at rank 3. But anyway, that came out just a little bit ago. I think that is pretty much it. Of course, we can continue to chat about the update today as you guys like. Unfortunately, I'm not as familiar with these newer armaments and aircraft and whatnot since I've been out. I mean, it's been 2011, I think, that I got out, 2010. So it's been a minute. But, I don't know, it feels weird. I'm still a little unclear as to exactly what aircraft are going to be getting these 120Ds. To my understanding, it's just going to be this F-16 that's coming in, well, and the F-18 that's going to Britain. But I am under the understanding that this plane, the Super Hornet for the U.S., that's currently at 14.3, will not be getting the 120Ds. I haven't heard that. I don't know that 100%, but yeah, me too. Anything 40, I was really close to doing the Leviathan one, but I'm not doing enough ships right now, and I feel like that one will keep coming back up, so yeah, but when I saw Malgus this morning, I was like, oh man. But I'm two battles away from being able to get light side Revan. I just need to bring Jolie Bindo and my T3 droid up just a little bit more. And the other ones are strong enough that it should be able to compensate. They might be strong enough now. I might be able to, but I want to bring them up just a little bit more. Hang in there, guys. I'm going to run. We're 2 minutes out from running an ad. I'm going to run it a little bit early right now just because it's just going to be me flying into the battle here for a little bit. And it's going to shave time off of for our next ad. So hang in there, guys. I apologize for it. But again, if I do this enough times here at the beginning, by the end, we won't have to run any more ads. So hang in there, guys. I apologize. I'm trying to game the system a little bit, especially while we're still really early on here. How'd your exams go the other day there, Leo? You're on and hanging out, so I assume they went as planned. It's all you can ask for. Those things get complicated. And it's funny, like, trying to think of a good example. It was usually in math, right? So my senior year, I had to fill in some like electives, and I needed one more math class to get a minor in math. So I took an engineering math class, and it was like almost a retake of a pilot math class that I had taken. It was like calculus something or other. And I went into the class all confident. I ended up doing well. I think I got like a B or something like that. Might have even been like an A minus. But every test was like that. I was like, oh, I've done this before, and the classes and homework had been easy. But then all of a sudden the test, he was throwing like this crazy engineering stuff at us, and I'm just like, what the hell is this Chinese menu? I didn't order this. Like, what is this? So yeah, every now and then you think you're ready, and the teacher's got a little trick up their sleeve, and they start throwing some real world like shit at you, and you're like, well, what the hell is that? But still, you